Hello and thank you for joining us today. I'm Valeria Quiroz, joined by Cristina Klima. Coming up, Colorado Governor Jerry Polis implements a statewide mask order, the latest on the MSU Denver budget, and the largest sporting event with fans since March was held this week. This is news when you need it now. This is News Ahora. Colorado Governor Jerry Polis announced yesterday a statewide mask mandate requiring all Coloradans to wear a mask or other face covering while out in public. A mask or other face covering must be worn at all times by everyone 10 years of age or older when going to the store or other business, into the office, and in indoor public spaces. This order is in effect for at least the next 30 days. Governor Polis was joined by Denver Mayor Michael Hancock, Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman, and the state epidemiologist Rachel Herlihy, who talked about an increase in positive tests in teens and young adults. She believed this uptick in younger population cases is due to a change in policies and behavior, leading people to mix outside of their home at higher rates. However, the most dire news from her talk was a warning that if Coloradans do not quickly change their behavior, a statewide ICU capacity will be exceeded in September, with cases peaking in October. Governor Polis stated multiple times that the only way to keep businesses open and prevent new stay-at-home orders in the months to come is to take the risk associated with the virus seriously and wear a mask. While Polis made it clear that masks are not a silver bullet, both Denver Mayor Michael Hancock, a Democrat, and Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman, a Republican, praised Governor Polis for taking this step, which gives business real authority to ensure their customers wear a mask. Polis wrapped up the presser by saying that things will likely continue to be difficult for the next few weeks and months, and that we need to take this more seriously than we ever have.
We have the potential to exceed our ICU bed capacity in the state in early September, with a peak potentially occurring sometime in October.
Wearing a mask is not a political statement. I don't know how in anybody's mind this became a game of political football. It's simple, it's common sense, and it's data. The virus doesn't care what political party you're in. The virus doesn't care what belief system you have. The virus doesn't care what your ideology is. The virus is the virus, and it is a threat to every single one of us, and I completely understand and sympathize with concerns of businesses and workers and the desire to stay safe, and this will help do that.
We recognize that we cannot do this alone. None of us can do this alone. And so through this order, we get the opportunity to all work together to keep each other safe.
Let me just say, I know there's going to be some grumbling about this. I get that. It's a mandate from government. But, and yes, I get that some people are going to say this is a hardship. But let me tell you this, I meet with small businesses every day that haven't been able to open up, and then that if things get worse, will have their businesses shuttered again. That's a hardship. Children not being able to go to school, that's a hardship.
Look, we have a bright future in Colorado. We're going to get through this. There will be a vaccine or cure. But in the meantime, we have to live in a way that's sustainable from a social perspective, a health perspective, a psychological perspective, an economic perspective. And we are not currently living that way. We were living that way late May, early June. We need to live like that. Masks and increased usage give us a little more freedom, but we cannot take this virus for granted. The minute we do, it will overtake us as it has overtaken our brothers and sisters in other parts of the country. We're going to get through this, but we need to step up our game, and we need to take this more seriously than we ever have.
President Janine Davison of Metropolitan State University of Denver announced the new budget for this academic year in an email. On July 10, President Davison sent out an email with the new budget details for MSU Denver due to the pandemic. The school has a $14 million shortage due to a 10% decline in enrollment for the 2020-2021 fiscal year. The president, along with the respective committees, managed to save up to $10 million through reducing budgets for departments, volunteer furloughs, and the elimination of 10 positions in the university. With tons of fans eager for gates to reopen, Disney finally makes the decision. On July 11, Disney's Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom reopened. Meanwhile, Hollywood Studios and Epcot are followed closely behind on July 15. As for Disneyland in California, the reopening date is still pending. When returning back to the parks, Disney fans must wear face masks, wave to their favorite characters from a distance, and schedule reservations to visit the parks. There could be a potential ban on TikTok. And no, we're not referring to one of Keisha's popular songs. TikTok, a social media application owned by Chinese company ByteDance, could be banned soon. Roughly 60% of the platform's users are between the ages of 16 and 24. The mobile app allows the creators to post music and filter clips. With as many as 8 million American users on the app, President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo are worried about how the application collects their personal data. The restrictions could come in weeks instead of months. Denver Public School District is proposing a delayed start to the 2021 school year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. DPS sent out a letter on Wednesday to parents about the upcoming year. It was discussed that school might be delayed by a week and start on August 24 to limit the number of hot days. Most schools do not have air conditioning, and fans and swap coolers will not be permitted in the classroom. The district will have a staggered start, beginning online and slowly changing over to in-person instruction. Students and staff will undergo health screening each morning and will need to wear masks in the classrooms. Parents have voiced their frustrations with the district regarding openings. Some parents are concerned that schools are opening too quickly and it will be difficult to keep masks on children. Other parents are concerned that if the district does not open, they will not have anyone to watch their children when they go back to work. Many other schools districts in the state are following similar reopening plans. Over the last few years, Denver's homeless population has seen an increase in numbers and potential bacteria. If you take a look around downtown Denver, it might look a bit like a campground. The Denver Department of Public Health and Environment is currently investigating an outbreak of shigellosis, a highly contagious disease that affects the digestive system. These bacteria spread through poor hygiene, sanitation, and fecal matter. Between May 21st and June 14, the DTPHE and Denver Public Health saw a trend in cases around Denver hospitals with a concentration of homeless people. As of July 7, out of the 12 identified cases, only 4 have been confirmed. These are unprecedented times for all of us. If you'd like to tell your story, go to our website, mymedmedia.com, and click on the Roadrunner Diaries button. We'll be right back with the sports. Thank you for staying with us. For the first time in 4 months, a large group of fans have returned to professional sports in America. On Wednesday night, NASCAR ran their all-star race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott won the event, but that wasn't the main story from the night. An estimated crowd of 20,000 fans attended the race, at a track which can hold 160,000 when there isn't a pandemic. This comes a little more than a month after NASCAR welcomed 5,000 fans to the race at Talladega Superspeedway, a track which usually seats 175,000. The protocols for attending included a ban on coolers, a COVID-19 waiver, and designated entrance times. The 2020 NASCAR All-Star Race will go a long way towards determining whether or not sports in the fall can allow limited numbers of fans as well. Without fans being able to provide natural noise, Major League Baseball has found their alternative. Video games have become even more popular since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and MLB The Show 20 is no exception. In fact, MLB has decided that instead of allowing games to be quiet like the NBA and MLS, they will use crowd noise from the video game piped through the loudspeakers. During coverage of the MLS's back tournament, Fox and FS1 are airing games with crowd noise from FIFA 20 along with the natural sounds. Brewers second baseman Eric Sauger has commented on the use of fake crowd noise during intra-squad games and has said that it helped some of the younger players by making it feel more like a normal game. The KBO has been using fake crowd noise since they restarted with success, so MLB will look to replicate it. The heat keeps coming for the Washington football team. After receiving intense pressure from sponsors and fans alike, owner Dan Snyder announced the team will be retiring the Redskin nickname. Unfortunately for them, that news was quickly overshadowed by a report regarding a large sexual assault scandal in the organization involving cheerleaders. Although Snyder himself was not accused, many of his inner circle employees were named, including the former director of Pro Personnel Alex Santos and Richard Mann II, who were both fired on Sunday. A total of 15 women were named in the Washington Post story, all alleging mistreatment ranging from inappropriate sexual comments to unwanted sexual advancements. As the story develops, the fallout is sure to continue. Thank you for joining us on News Ahora today. As always, you can view all of our multimedia content on our website, mymedia.com. Have a great week.